Are you thinking of potentially moving to Rogers and you're wondering if it's the right place for you? Well, on this video, I'm going to walk you through some of the pros and cons of living in Rogers. Let me see if I can convince you. Hi, I'm Eric Eby with the Curtis Realty Group, and on this channel we talk about all things Northwest Arkansas. So if you're into that, please make sure you click on the subscribe link above. Okay, so the first thing people love about living in Rogers is the entertainment options. Whether you live an outdoorsy lifestyle or a bougie lifestyle, Rogers has something for everyone. The east side of Rogers is where you'll find more of your outdoorsy activities like Beaver Lake, mountain biking and hiking trails, and some of the golf courses are there. There are also several places to check out on the west side of Rogers in the Pinnacle Hills area, such as the new Topgolf, the Arkansas Music Pavilion, the Pinnacle Hills Promenade, and many restaurants and bars. The next thing that people love about living in Rogers is that it is centrally located to a lot of different things in Northwest Arkansas. Many people who work in Bentonville choose to live in Rogers because it is a very short commute, about 10 to 15 minutes to get from most places in Rogers to Bentonville. And you can also shoot down to Fayetteville to catch a Razorback game and be there in about 20 or 30 minutes. Another thing people love about living in Rogers is that it is more affordable than living in Bentonville. The east side of Rogers is mostly older homes that are reasonably priced and moderately sized, while the west side Pinnacle Hills area has a lot of newer and more upscale larger homes. It almost feels like Rogers is two different cities. The average 3-bed, 2-bath, 1,700 square foot house in Rogers will cost you about $210,000. Lastly, the people of Northwest Arkansas love the restaurant choices in Rogers. There's some of the best Mexican restaurants in all of Northwest Arkansas located in Rogers. And there are several other locally owned bars and restaurants throughout Rogers, as well as a lot of the chains that you'd expect to see in larger metro areas. The downtown area is an up-and-coming spot in Northwest Arkansas, and there's a lot of cool bars and restaurants near the Rogers downtown area as well. Now let's talk about the cons of living in Rogers. Is there anything wrong with Rogers? The first con of living in Rogers is that no one who lives in Rogers thinks that there's anything wrong with Rogers. Seriously, I polled a lot of people when I was going to make this video, and there is not a single thing that was consistently mentioned by more than one or two people that they felt was a bad thing about Rogers. So the cons that I was able to come up with for the rest of this video will probably be very trivial, and I'll probably catch some flack from some of the Rogers residents, but here we go. The next con about living in Rogers is that you cannot buy alcohol in Rogers on Sundays. The exception to that is being able to go to a bar or a restaurant and have a drink, but if you wanted to go pick up a 6-pack of Natty Light or something like that, you would not be able to go to a grocery store or a gas station to be able to pick up any beer, wine, or liquor on a Sunday in Rogers. Another con of living in Rogers is that the downtown area hasn't quite caught up to the downtown areas of Bentonville or Fayetteville. Now there's a lot of construction in the area to help rejuvenate downtown Rogers, and it's come a long way in recent years, but it's still got a little way to go to be as popular of a destination as the Bentonville or Fayetteville downtown squares. Most Rogers residents that I polled for this video said that the downtown area was one of the things they loved the most about Rogers, so this con is more of my own observation, and I'll probably catch some flack over it. And the last con of living in Rogers is that it seems to be the most spread out city in Northwest Arkansas. Going from the west side Pinnacle Hills area to the Beaver Lake on the east side can take you about 35 minutes sometimes depending on traffic. There isn't any sort of bypass to go from one side of Rogers to the other, so you end up getting stuck at a lot of traffic lights. Ain't nobody got time for that. Well, I hope this video gave you some insight on whether or not Rogers would be a good place for you to live. If you have any additional questions about Rogers, please reach out and ask. I'm Eric Eby with the Curtis Realty Group at HomeQuest Realty. Don't forget to click on the subscribe button above to find out more things about Rogers and Northwest Arkansas in general. Thanks for watching.